Welcome back. In this video, we take a deep dive into the rich and complex history of Togo, once a German colony in West Africa. From the arrival of the German missionaries to the partitioning of the Togoland, we will uncover the story of how this land became a focal point of European influence and how its fate was sealed through international conflict and colonial rivalries. Journey with us as we explore how this event shaped Togo's past and reflect a lasting impact on the people of the Eweland and beyond. If you're new to our YouTube channel, please subscribe, like, comment, and share. And if you're already a subscriber, then you're welcome once again. Preface of Eweland, History of Togoland. Togo is one of the West African countries and was a German colony prior to her attainment of self-rule. The German flag arrived in Togo in 1844, following the arrival of German missionaries from Bremen in 1847, whose intention was initially to spread the gospel. The German government's representative in Togo was Dr. Gustav Nachtigal. He immediately established friendship and trade relations with Togbe Mlapa III and signed a memorandum of understanding with him at a place called Gbaga Torgo on the 5th of July 1884. The name Togo, where the Memorandum of Friendship and Understanding for Trade Relations was signed, is what has resulted in the name Togo for the entire land which the German missionaries and traders penetrated. The Germans extended their trade and work activities beyond Eweland and went northwards to include the Kotokolis, Cabres, Losos, Basaris, Busangas, Mobas, and the Dapango lands. Other areas that came under German influence were the Kusasi, Mamprusi, Gonja, Dagomba, Chokosi, Krachi, Buem, Nkonya, and Lafa areas. Around this time, the British had also arrived in the then Gold Coast and established their influence and presence in the Fanti, Akim, Ikiapim, Ikiamu, and the Gan areas. These areas had earlier had their chiefs sign an agreement giving the British jurisdiction over them for 100 years. This agreement, known as the Bond of 1844, was signed with Commander Hill, who was also the British governor at the time. On arrival in the Gold Coast, the British engaged the services of a learned surveyor, George Ekem Ferguson, who worked tirelessly to help the British extend their influence northwards, resulting in the invitation of the British to have dominion over some northern lands. The British accepted the invitation and called these areas the Protectorate of the Gold Coast Colony. At this time, the power of Asante was on the ascendancy and they prevented the British from establishing dominion over the northern lands. In order to reach the northern lands, the British decided to fight the Asante Kingdom. This war was followed by another one in the 1900s, the Sagrenti War, named after Sir Garnet Wolseley, during which Asante was led by Asantewa. While these events were going on in the Gold Coast and Togo, the French were also holding sway over Dahomey, which is today known as Benin. Benin shared borders with the eastern part of Togo and on the other side of the Mono River. The English and the French did not administer their overseas colonies the same way as the Germans did. The administrative style adopted by the Germans in their dealings with Togo attracted jealousy of the British and the French. It is this envy and jealousy that made the British and the French team up against the Germans in the two world wars, leading to the eventual partitioning of Togo, as would be revealed later. Togoland and its citizens got divided into two: Eastern Togo and Western Togo. The eastern part became French Togoland and the western part became British Togoland. While French Togoland eventually became République du Togo, or the Republic of Togo, the crafty British used ways and means to make the original British Togoland part of their Gold Coast colony. They made the northern part the Northern Province under Tamale and ruled it with Law 70. The Eastern Province is what the Volta region became. It was placed under Koforidia and ruled with Law 90. In the same way, the English added part of the southern portion, which the Germans did not quite annex, to the Eastern Province. It has been many years since Western Togoland or British Togoland was taken into the slavery of freedom, and many of its sons and daughters have never cared to look back. Indeed, some of her rather unfeeling citizens have boasted that they are very satisfied with their status as slaves in freedom. Well, it is the big-time slave that boasts on eating his fill that life in a slave land is good and allows himself to be insulted by the true citizens of the land. Thanks for watching. Kindly subscribe, share, like, and comment for more hidden historical contents.